हेलो एवरीवन, आज मैं आपके लिए एक नया वीडियो लेकर आई हूँ जो कि हमारा टॉपिक है फाइनेंशियल रिफॉर्म्स। तो शुरू करने से पहले अगर आपने मेरा चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सबसे पहले सब्सक्राइब बटन पे क्लिक कीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करिए और बेल आइकन दबाना मत भूलिएगा। अगर आप बेल आइकन दबाएंगे तो मैं जैसे ही कोई नया वीडियो अपलोड करूँगी उसका नोटिफिकेशन आपको मिल जाएगा। और प्लीज़ मेरा वीडियो एंड तक देखिएगा। अगर आपको अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक एंड कमेंट ज़रूर करें। तो चलिए अब हम शुरू करते हैं वीडियो के साथ। फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर, ग्रोथ एंड इनोवेशन, फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर रिफॉर्म्स। Introduction. 1991 Financial System Reform. The new economic policy of structural adjustment and stabilization program, financial reform, economic liberalization, marketization, privatization, autonomy, flexibility, market discipline, deregulation, and globalization. Stringent prudential regulation in a deregulated environment. Pre-financial reform features: control over pricing of financial assets, barriers to entry, high transaction cost, politicized poor investor protection, fragmented financial reform. Broad issues. Financial sector reforms in developing economies are increasingly oriented towards mechanisms to induce effective market discipline, to an objective of maintaining price stability and ensuring availability of adequate credit to productive sectors of the economy to support growth. In developing countries, the most favorable form of financial system is intermediaries, based on indirect or credit-based rather than capital market-based, or direct or securitized prevailed in most developed countries. Objectives of financial reform. Initiation of financial reform. As per the recommendation of Raghuram Rajan's Committee on Financial Sector Reform, to develop a market-oriented, competitive, world-integrated, diversified, autonomous, transparent financial system, to increase allocative efficiency of available savings, to increase or bring about effectiveness, accountability, professionalism, profitability, viability, vibrancy, balanced growth, operational economy, depolitization, and flexibility in financial sector, to promote accelerated growth of the real sector, to increase the rate of return on real investment, to promote competition by creating playing field, to dismantle the administrative system of interest rate, to improve the effectiveness of directed credit program, to modernize the instruments of monetary control. Major financial reform. The reform have been introduced at a gradual pace combined with systematic policy reform, banking reform, primary and secondary market reform, government security market reform, external financial market reform. Impact of financial reform. Improvements in efficiency of the banking system in terms of the asset quality and productivity. A gradual reduction in cost of intermediation. Enhanced competition and efficiency in banking sector. High standard risk management practices. Large investment inflows, both direct and portfolio. Significant change in the composition of India's balance of payments. Management of liquidity through liquidity adjustment facility. Provided liquidity to the market and imparted stability to financial markets. Growth in foreign exchange reserve. Impact of interest cost on corporate sector profits have tuned positive. Introduce policy decentralization in Indian financial system as an answer to both private oligopoly and state monopoly. Reforms in the government securities market enabled better monetary management from the second half of the 1990s onward. There are some negative observations with respect to financial sector reform. Little improvement in deficit GDP ratio, depreciation in exchange rate, vulnerability to external shocks, inefficient credit delivery system, major reasons of post reform deficiencies, global economic slowdown, downward spiral in global assets market, uncertainty in global oil market, severe drought in 2002, and rigidities in fiscal structure. Financial self regulation. To enforce honest and prudent behavior through self policing arrangement. Regulatory policies that minimize interference with the functioning of the market. Self regulatory organizations' responsibilities could encompass regulation of market transactions, regulation of market participants, dispute resolution and enforcement actions, pre commitment of resources. Limitations of financial self regulation. SROs might transform themselves into cartels and geoparadise competition. Short term tensions between the managers and the authorities responsible for SROs either discourage participation or diminish long term confidence in the market. Scarcity of institutional and human resources. Lack of reasonably homogeneous institutions for balanced structure with SROs. With limited competition in securities market, self-regulation may not be enough to ensure safe and efficient markets. Second generation of reform helps a country to attain a high quality growth in a sustained way by addressing issues of equity, social justice, and participation. The second generation of reform in the Indian financial market, strengthening the oversight and risk management capacity of the regulators, advanced disclosure standards, faster trade reform, rationalization of taxation, public sector disinvestment, restructuring of public expenditure, expanding investor education, supporting insurance and pension reform. Future challenges. A few broad challenges facing the Indian financial sector are threats of risk from globalization, implementation of Basel II, improvement of risk management system, implementation of new accounting standards, enhancement of transparency and disclosures, enhancement of investor service, application of technology and improvement of key financial infrastructure, convergence of prudential norms with international best practice, consistent refinement of the institutional framework in the financial sector, the reliance on the market to assess the critical information describing the risk profile, capital structure, and capital adequacy. The transition from capital adequacy to capital efficiency, enterprise wide risk management system in banks, corporate governance in and across financial system, to attract vast sections of population, in particular pensioners, self-employed and those employed in unorganized sector, absence of well-developed derivative market, financial education and financial literacy as a matter of public policy, greater market discipline and investor confidence, underdeveloped corporate bond market, transition for fuller capital account convertibility, the synchronization of pace of financial sector deregulation with sectoral and fiscal reforms. Thanks for watching my video till the end. Please like my channel. प्लीज़ सबसे पहले सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल and press the bell icon for further notifications.